Welcome back, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed your wonderful Christmas break. I know I have. For those of you who are at least still in school, I don't know how many of you are still in school. But yeah, I do hope you did enjoy. I personally did. And yeah, but we are back now. We are back to filming those videos. Can I get a thank goodness from anybody? But yeah, so in this week's episode, I will be discussing how at least I have thought Power Rangers has changed over the past 30 years of the franchise, like storylines, controversies, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, let's get on into it. So I think we can all remember Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and how just great it was. But I am here to talk about how Power Rangers has evolved since then and how some elements are still in the series to this day. So the main way I think we can all agree on is how it's evolved in the form of like seasonal storylines. As of recently, at least, it has mainly shifted to a single storyline over the course of 2, sometimes 3 seasons. And even like the storyline overall itself has changed. Like the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was very episodic. Like they only had a couple story-based episodes that contributed to the overall plot of the series. They would be Rangers losing powers, Rangers gaining powers. Like Day of Dumpster when the original 5 gained their powers, or Green Candle when Tommy lost his powers. And there isn't really any other episodes that contribute to the storyline. Like the season finale of season 1, just another episode. Nothing major happens with Rita, nothing major happens with the Rangers. It's just there. Now some can argue Island of Illusion is one, and Doomsday, but then at the end of the day, they just go back to their normal lives. But like at the end of the episode, but it's 2 episodes instead. But now the story has made its way to where every character, including villains, have their own backstories and a way that all comes to become like one big storyline. Now another way has changed is controversies. Like literally, Austin St. John, Walter Jones, and Twee Chang, for example, walked off set after pay controversy, and also the David Yost controversy, where he was harassed for being gay. But that is not to say that all Rangers have left due to controversies. Like Amy Jo, Karen Ashley, and Steve Cardenas all left on their own terms, and I believe. No, never mind, he didn't. And then that's it. Like everybody else, they were just gone out of there because their season ended. But then there was another controversy in Turbo, where Jason David Frank wanted to leave. So Saban decided instead of just replacing him, they're gonna replace all 4 of the adult actors, excluding Justin. But the controversial part is they didn't tell them. They found out from a hairdresser person, and I'm only getting this from what I got from Catherine Sutherland, the actor, and Nakia Bruce, the other actor who was part of this. They had cried from it, and you can see it in the show a little bit, like in their like goodbye scenes and telling how great the replacements are. You can see how they're holding back tears and stuff, and how they cried a little bit. But of course, Power Rangers has not only evolved it has not always started bad. It's also started with some good stuff. Like for example, the way that they managed to take, like it's adapted. Like back then, it was fine for them to take just Sentai footage of fighting and stuff, and then put it bang. And then dub it over. I mean, even season 3, it's like season 3 is almost exactly like Cosmic Fury and Mighty Morphin. Like they only use the Zord footage of Sentai, because you had Die Ranger, White Ranger, but then you also had the Zoo Ranger 5 main rangers, so they never crossed paths besides like some crossover episodes later down the line, but they never interacted. So they had to originally film it, which then meant that they had to use less Sentai footage. But the only difference between Cosmic Fury and that is that Cosmic Fury had original suits, except the helmets, which just had gold detail. But like the original suits. Now, granted, they're not the best, but they couldn't spend all their budget on the suits. Like, they are pretty cool. They have like the OG Dragon Shield. They have a little belt. I like it when it comes on when they morph. And then, but something I don't like is besides that, they're just wearing, like, I don't know, kind of looks like some of them are wearing like a molded 6-pack underneath, and then got that like, I don't know what it is, but like full suit of their color. Like, that's basically what it is. Then you always have gloves and their blaster thing, or morpher, not blaster thing. But another thing that has evolved is the fan base has expanded. It's gone from mostly being children actors back, or children fans back in Mighty Morphin, to people of all ages, you know, kids, teenagers, adults, old people. I don't know any old people that like Power Rangers, but you never know. By old people, I mean like grandma and grandpas. But of course, everybody's got their own opinion, so sometimes they'll like some seasons, won't like others, but they're still Power Rangers fans, and they can still agree Power Rangers is a great show sometimes. And not only has the fan base, like, well, no, actually something that hasn't changed is some of the actors. Like, most recently in Cosmic Fury, David Yost returned. And obviously, those who know, before Jason David Frank's passing, he returned for almost every anniversary. He returned, well, he also returned in Dino Thunder, but he returned in Legendary Battle, Ninja Steel. I guess that's really all of them. So he was there for the 20th and 25th anniversary. Johnny Young Bosch was there for the 15th. He was also there for 10th. Forever Red. They didn't really have a 5th anniversary, but technically he was there because he was there during the 5th season. And then David Yost was there for Cosmic Fury, 38th anniversary, and of course the actual 30th anniversary special, Once and Always. Walter Jones, David Yost, Catherine Sutherland, and Steve Cardenas have all returned, or did all return for that. Unfortunately, Amy Jo, Austin St. John did not return. And also, at the time, Jason David Frank didn't choose to return, but by then, by the time it came out, he had unfortunately passed away, so it was really more focused towards Tui Trang, who was the only one who was completely not available due to passing away. And yeah, you can really see that in the way Min plays her character. She's also there. She morphs. Spoilers, sorry. Should have mentioned that. But yeah, like, there's been a representative of Mighty Morphin from each season. And also, I forgot to mention, Austin St. John as Jason was there for Forever Red as well. And of course, you have all the Red Rangers up until then. You have the other returning Rangers from Once a Ranger. And then you have all the Rangers from Legendary Battle. Again, a couple others. Catherine Sutherland and Steve Cardenas were there for Dimensions in Danger. That's kind of cool. Steve Cardenas was in and Catherine Sutherland. Both of them were in 2 anniversaries in a row. They were in Dimensions in Danger and Once and Always, which is pretty cool. Obviously the other ones, which, you know, most Power Rangers actors never regretted being on the show. I mean, even people who ended with controversy, Austin John, Walter Jones, Tui Trang, David Yost, and like the 4 who were kicked out, Jason David Frank, they all, you know, finally the franchise, I'm glad what they did. I'm sad that the way it ended with them, but they almost always come back. The reason not a lot of people came out of Legendary Battle was because they paid. But anyway, I've started rambling. I'm literally might cut this out from what I've said for like 5 minutes. But anyway, I do hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Let's start the new year off with hitting 70 subscribers before January ends. That would be fantastic. I've gained over 30-ish subscribers since the new year. Or no, since last year. Because I remember I did my 30th anniversary special in March, around there, March, February, around there. And it was really cool. But, I have 67 now, at the time of recording at least. So yeah, I do hope you guys have enjoyed. And I will see you next week. Bye.